That brings the first boundary of the day. A fresh morning overcast conditions here at Stag Cricket Ground, Chennai. The match have started as expected. The weather looks good. It was hot, humid conditions as regular temperature at Chennai. And these young guns are trying hard to claim the title of Young Guns Trophy 2023 for under 12 level. And you can see the quality of a 30 overs game. Left arm paces, right arm paces. Look at the back foot punch. The back throw that they are bringing on. A lot of basics to be learned from these kids. The tournament has been happening for the past couple of days at Stag Cricket Ground, Chennai. One of the quality venues of the city. You can enjoy different kind of reactions at these conditions. As of today, the wicket looks hard and a bit of cracks over there. Hardness might give a bit of advantage to the fast bowlers, but at the same time the cracks are ensuring that the spinners are going to take on the game further. This is how it started so far today. A lot to speak about this venue. The venue hosted plenty of cricket tournament. If you are from Chennai, you will be having a lot of games to be played at Stag Cricket Ground. It was one of those regular grounds to be used.
அந்த லோடு மட்டும் நாலு போயிடுச்சு.
Sounding from Nola's GL Cricket Academy. Surprising to see a team winning the toss and going to bowl first, as 70% of this tournament went on to be team batting first, winning the game. But it looks different with the way how they're approaching the Greenfield Cricket Academy. They might be having kind of game plan that they're working for. Just making to ensure that these two teams met together in a tournament previously, in which GL Cricket Academy won the game by batting first, of course. And this man, this young kid batting, Jumal Multak, 6 of 12 balls. He's the leading run scorer for GL Cricket Academy as well as second highest run scorer of the tournament by scoring 30, 54, 69 and 19, 2 half centuries in 4 games. Shall give you the clarity that these batters are having some sensible temperament with them within this stage of life. All of them are under 12, which means after 2011, these players are born. And look at the quality that they're providing, the temperament that they're providing, which brings up more clarity to the game. And that ensures that the future of Indian cricket is in safer hands, the future of Tamil Nadu cricket, Chennai's brand of cricket in a safer hand. Speaking on to the basics, we're speaking about the 6 hitting capabilities. There has been only 1 sixer scored throughout the entire tournament. That has been scored by Mithun from the Greenfield Cricket Academy. We'll be watching them in action in the second innings. As I was speaking about this venue, the Stag Cricket Ground is one of the brilliant grounds to watch out for in Chennai. Check. 18 for no loss, 6.2. The partnership has been building the platform for the side. In these big games, the opening partnership is going to be that factor that's going to decide what would be the ideal total at the end of 30 overs. For that, you need good partnerships in the middle. You need all your batters to be stay available. Just checking on with way how they are playing on. Projected score. Anything above 140 would be good total to play on. Just remember both of the sides were champion sides. They scored 150 in each of the league games. 151 was the highest league total in this tournament scored by Greenfield as well as GL. So it was 2 times the 150 has been scored in this tournament. And these are the two sides scored 150 plus in this tournament. Through the point direction, good start from the fielders, having all the fielders setting between the 30-yard circle, and that's why 30 overs format is always a good practice for both the kind of games, both T20 format as well as the ODI format, because if you tend to practice yourself in the 30 overs format, you can be able to build your caliber according to a T20 game as well as the 30 over game. Imagine you building a partnership to the slowest and extending it to the bigger platform. You are playing an ODI innings, and during those last couple of overs you will be trying to score for a couple of boundaries and sixers that can practice you for the T20 format. Well, that's end of 6 overs, 20 for no loss. Greenfield Cricket Academy. Cricket Academy 20 for no loss after 6 overs. Shiki tried to the squalid region. I'm getting a single over with that. And what's most important is they are speaking about the temperament factors of the cricketers. They are following the discipline to the fullest. Just only one sixer has been scored throughout the entire tournament. All these cricketers were young kids, under 12, maybe the age of 10 or 12 or 11. They might be lagging with the power factor of going for the big strokes. But what's most important is they are not getting carried away with the boundary scoring abilities. They are not going for those air strokes, trying to go for the big sixers. That comes out of temperament, that comes out of discipline. And of course the credit goes to the coaches who train these cricketers for a long while over the couple of weeks and months, and not to go for the sixers, because batting is about when to play as well as when not to play. A good lead is considered to be good batting effort. And these kind of instincts will be coming into play only you could be able to understand the proper temperament of the game, what needs to be done, what shouldn't be done. Everything should be under the mindset of the cricketer. And most importantly, at this level of cricket, an under 12 cricket or under 14 cricket, you will be having your coaches standing around and guiding the cricketers on what to do at the right point of time. These are all the minute factors that needs to be carried away at this point of time. Of course, mistakes are always welcome, because these phases of cricket are going to be the training phases for the cricketers. Everything is going to be learning curve. That's in there. Top catch. Tried his best but couldn't catch the ball. Now going to dismissal. You can see the desperation towards the fielding. He had a chance to get the first breakthrough of the game. We're speaking about the mistake factors of the game. Sad two mistakes have been done in this ball. The batter tried for the back-footed stroke, which was not connected well, as well as the fielder dropped the catch, which will give you the clarity that the both the sides of mistakes done, and this is how it used to be. And guess what? You won't see much mistakes of the bigger level cricket because this level meant for discipline. This level meant for not doing much mistakes. This level meant for following the basics, which you could be able to see every part of the game. Harish Ashwin continues to bowl 3.4 overs, just 6 runs off his spell so far. Continues to bowl, that's 2 covers, another good shape to the mid after fact. You can enjoy the shape from the batters. When you're watching an under 12 game or under 14 game, all you could enjoy is the basics. If any young cricketers watching this game, just follow the way how these cricketers are following the basics. The way how he's taking the bowling straight to the way how he's releasing the ball, and of course the batter, how he's using the straight bat to play the strokes. He's playing the ball late. Everything comes into play. And if you correct the mistakes at this level of time, the batters could be able to compete in the higher level with the proper discipline. This time through the covers. The dot ball to end this over. 7 overs of 22 for no loss, GL Cricket Academy. .23 for no loss, GL Cricket Academy. Projected scores for 99. The current run rate 3.29. Having set the platform properly, but looking at the mind, the final is going to be a big game. It's going to be different kind of pressure for both the sides. They have to be pretty much careful and deciding the predicted score. Sometimes 130s would be ideal total at these kind of pitches. Sometimes 140s would be ideal total. Just remember, Greenfield have won the toss. They have decided to bowl first. They'll be having complete clarity on what they're doing. So they might be having that caliber of chasing down whatever the target that has been posted by the team batting first. And then there are certain kind of psychological totals which the opposition might felt pressure. Would be 150 above or 160 above. This would psychologically impact the game and how they are going to pace this chase. The Greenfield Cricket Academy just having this kind of mindset in the game. That's bold. That's the first dismissal of the morning. Disappointed batter walking away. Just couldn't expect that to happen. This is what something that they're waiting for. The Greenfield Cricket Academy, after winning the toss, they've been shuffling all their bowlers. Abdul Wahid, the captain of the side, bringing up the breakthrough for the side. And that's 25 for 1. GL Cricket Academy. 25-1 GL Cricket Academy. Putting a couple of wide balls. Now they're getting into the rhythm properly. This is what something that they've been looking for. And when it comes to losing your wicket at this under 12 level or under 14 level, what's most mandatory is you should not lose your wicket in a cheap manner. You should not lose your wicket for a cheeky stroke makings, or you should not lose your wicket for a big stroke makings. If you do so, the punishment would be severe. There'll be duck walks, there'll be running around the grounds, everything will be taken under control. And keeping that in mind, GL Cricket Academy are still having one of their key batters in the crease, which is Jumal Mutlak, who's been the leading run scorer for the side, second leading run scorer in the tournament. In case if he could be able to score 65 or more in this game, he would be the highest run getter of this tournament, surpassing Ashwath Narayanan, who was the leading run scorer so far, scored 60, 60, 57 and 60. The lowest score scored by Ashwath was 57. Then look at the quality of these young cricketers. It's not easy to wear pads, helmets, gloves, which might sweat you out if you are living in Chennai. At these kind of high pressure situations, high pressure temperature, you could be able to spend a lot of time in the crease by scoring 60 plus runs, 50 plus runs. It's not an easy task for a cricketer who is just 12 years or 11 years of age. Then it is pretty much mandatory to bring that temperament again, the kind of quality, the kind of practice that the coaches are bringing in. And you should provide value to the batting, because if you give the bat to the cricketers at this age of time, they might not take that much seriously. It is always mandatory for the coach to not give the bat regularly to the cricketers. Then they'll understand the value of batting. Then they'll understand the value of getting a chance to bat on. And there comes these kind of high result games, 57 not out, 60 not out kind of scores by a batter. Just keeping that in mind, everyone should take things under control. And speaking about the pitch conditions, because at this level of time, they are playing in matches in a turf cricket. Turf cricket will provide you different kind of approaches. The hard cities usually provide butterness to the spinners, and that's why southernmost parts of the India are pretty much spinner friendly conditions. Sri Lanka is a spinner friendly condition because of the hard nature of the most of the grounds, and that's why we saw plenty of legends like Rangana Hairat, Muthya Muralidharan came from those kind of regions. Just take Chennai. Chennai is one of those spin bowling paradise where you can enjoy a lot of spinners. Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan, for example. Ravichandran Ashwin, of course. Just speaking about the way how spinners dominated the game throughout the entire course of the tournament. Just continues to bowl Abdul Wahid. Last ball of this over. Can we expect another wicket in this over? In case if the wicket falls regularly, things would be different pressure for the batting side. That's gentle push through the mid wicket. Dot ball to end this over. That's the 8 overs up. 27 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. 27 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. Bit of slow start here for the batting side after winning the toss. Seems like Haris Ashwin continues to bowl. Bowls his 5th over of the day. Again ensuring that Greenfield Cricket Academy won the toss. They have decided to bowl first with having 70% of the games have success rate for the teams batting first. Anyway, that's going to be a different kind of pressure today. Just keeping that in mind, just continue with the way where we left off this speak. That's through the covers. That's through the point, in fact. Piercing through the fielders and going for the boundary. Excellent stroke making here from the batter. This is what something we are looking for. That's piercing those two fielders, the cover point fielder and the point fielder. That's a juicy full toss. Squeezed away for the boundary. A welcome boundary for the batting side. They were waiting for this for a long while. And that boundary can ease out some pressure on the field. Now the batters can enjoy the same brand of cricket that they are playing on. For the newcomer, Sai Varshan along with Jumail Mutlaq, who's been the leading run scorer for the side and the second leading run scorer of the tournament. Now this will be interesting to watch it for how the bowler is going to give the comeback. He bowled excellent 4 overs, just conceded 7 runs in the 4 overs. Haris Ashwin concedes his first boundary of the day. Now what would be the comeback? This time again through the point direction. This time they're having a protection. That is a sweeper cover fielder standing at the deep. And this is how captain's innovations comes into play. After watching the batter going for the boundary, the similar kind of regions, he was extending the field set and giving that comfort to the bowler. That adds a lot of cushion to the bowler. Sometimes the bowler might having that ego clash with the batters. Why should I go with a defensive field set off sweeper cover at the deep? I'll go with the same kind of attacking field. Then let the batter try to go for the boundary again. I'll prove my worth this time. That's the kind of attitude that most of the bowlers will take into the game. And that's why bowlers are considered to be the most strongest characters in the field. Haris Ashwin continues to bowl. And that aggression should be built on for the bowlers, fast bowlers especially. Just sharing few words from the way how Brett Lee and Glenn McGrath used to share screen on the field. They are one of the most fun-loving persons in the dressing room, but at the same time, they are the most aggressive characters on the field. If you don't show that aggression on the field, batters like Sachin Tendulkar or Brian Lara will eat you up at this level. So you should have that caliber of bringing up the pressure, just having that aggressive eyesight, aggressive kind of body language. Everything is mandatory for the fast bowler. At the end of the day, this is going to be the game of confidence. This is going to be the mind game which you have to play with the batter. There is always a pressure between the batter and the bowler. It's about who is taking on the pressure in their head or who is going to let off the pressure from the game. That's in the air. Chance of a catch, but beats up the fielder through the long off region. No fielder standing at the position, and the ball comfortably racing towards the fence for the boundary. That's a risky stroke making from the batter, but that's a positive sign. First boundary for the batter of the morning. And this is what something we are speaking about. The batters are taking a lot of advantage from the bowlers. Haris Ashwin concedes 2 boundaries of this over, and that brings a couple of boundaries and a single. Different batters scored boundaries in this over. One was Jumail Mutlaq through the point region. This time it was Sai Varshan. There has been different pressure for the bowler, who just conceded 6 runs in his first 4 overs. Now 10 runs of his 5th over. And a dot ball to end this over. Slightly bit of pressure on the over for the bowler. Good over for the batting side. And I know sub 37 for 1. GL Cricket Academy. Thirty-seven for 1 GL Cricket Academy. Both the batters are setting the platform to the perfection. Almost 30% of the game wasn't completed. We are watching the platform set by GL Cricket Academy, having 21 overs in hand. You're having most of your batters sitting in the dugout, and setting up the game plan according to the way how we are going to set the platform. This is a positive sign for the batting side. After losing the toss, they were invited to bat first, but look at the way how they are pasting this first innings. Just forget about the run rate factors, forget about the strike rate factors. It's about the wicket column that matters a lot. 9 overs completed, just 1 wicket for the bowling side, which will give you the clarity that they are building up the partnership for the future. If this goes on, after 20th over, they can easily shift up the gear for the next level. They can score boundaries in the upcoming overs because they'll be having a lot of batters waiting in the dugout. They can express themselves without pressure. And that's why partnerships are much more important in the top order, and that the top order batters are doing it to the perfection. Now there is a change of bowling attack. Ivan Kiran, the new bowler. I'm wondering with the thing, look at the bowling style. The resemblance of Jasprit Bumrah. Looking good to watch out for. There has been a bit of positives and negatives with the way how Jasprit Bumrah's action is going to help you in a longer format, because in the initial phase of Jasprit Bumrah, people thought that he won't be fit for the test cricket side. In test cricket, he can't be able to make that success. But we saw different kind of Jasprit Bumrah. He pressured almost all the modern day greats. And what's most important is Jasprit Bumrah's success is not about his bowling action or the way how he's delivering his balls. It's about the way how he succeeded the game, how he picked up the most important wickets of the side. Just take Steven Smith, Kane Williamson, Quinton de Kock. Most of the batters struggle to play against Jasprit Bumrah. Now exciting to see a young kid like Vivan following the way how Jasprit Bumrah used to bowl. And that's where the future of Indian cricket, the future of young cricketers at Chennai is in safer hands. We are watching a lot of stars in making. We are watching a lot of captains in making. But I just wanted to add a lot of points about the spinners, even though we are watching Jasprit Bumrah's bowling action. Just take back a look at that. Exactly resembling the way how Jasprit Bumrah used to bowl. That's through the covers, beating up the fielders. The mid-on fielder chasing down the ball. Will he stop the ball going for the boundary? That's a good stop. And that's not going for the boundary. Good stop from the fielder. You need not check the boundary over there. That's a comfortable save. And Jumail Mutlaq is showing his quality. He's showing his worth for the side in the most important match of the tournament. We saw big match failures over the course of the game. That one cricketer who used to score runs almost every game of the tournament, and he literally fails in the finals. Look at the way how Jumail is playing. He's showing the similar kind of class which he used to show in the rest of the tournament. This is how you have to take up the responsibility in the big matches. That looks fine. So far just 3 runs of this over. Last ball to go. That's 40 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. They'll be having some total in their mind. Fortunately, 150 would be an ideal total to defend at Stag Cricket Ground. And even the tournament's track record says if you score more than 140, the game will be in safer hands for the team batting first. Last ball of this over. That's through the final region. Fielder chasing down the ball, but he had no chance to stop the ball. That was racing towards the fence. That's a boundary to end this over. 7 runs of Ivan's first over. That's 10 overs of 44 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. In overs of 44 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. That's a bit of hydration break so far in this first 10 overs of the innings. The only fortunate thing happened to the bowling side was that wicket the captain bring on to the game. Apart from that, GL Cricket Academy dominated most parts of this game. Just look at the numbers of these batters. Srivarshan has been trying to capitalize the momentum as early as possible. And also Jumail Mutlaq He's been one of the promising prospects of the game. He's scoring really well. I'm still surprised to see a spinner in this game. And why they didn't having a spinner in this game? Because this pitch offers a lot of advantage to the spinners. There has been a lot of cracks, the hardness in this wicket. It was a typical Chennai weather. It was a hard condition, open ground, which ensures a lot of advantage for the spinners. The hardness and the cracks are going to provide a lot of advantage for you if you're a spinner. And that's a positive sign. We are watching a spinner in action. Looks like a Chinaman bowler. Pavitran, the new bowler, into the attack. Let's wait and watch what would be the action. Seems like he is a leggy into the attack against a left-handed batter. That tradition won't work here. A left-handed batter will take the advantage of a leg spinner, whereas the right-handed batter struggle to face the leg spinner. This is a old tradition that has been believed over the times. Of course, that worked well for a couple of games. But sometimes batters use it to take on, regardless of what the action of the bowler. It's about how you're going to maintain the line and length that matters a lot, because there were plenty of leg spinners in the game. But Ravi Bishnoi is bowling differently. Yuzvendra Chahal is bowling differently. And Rahul Chahar is bowling differently. And that's why it brings up the difference. It's not about the aspect that you're bowling. Blindly, a leg spinner will dominate the right-handed batter. It won't work in the modern day cricket. A leg spinner with a proper line and length, a leg spinner with a unique factor of styles of bowling, they can make magics against right-handed batters as well as left-handed batters. Starts with a couple of dot balls here. Pavitran, the leg spinner, trying to play through the offside. Jumail Mutlaq, he can take the freedom of spending a lot of time in the crease. That's not going to impact the game anyway. But what's most important is Jumail Mutlaq should play at least the end of 20th over. That's pretty much mandatory for the GL Cricket Academy. Couple of dot balls here for the bowler. Positive sign for the starting of the over. One more for the maiden over. 5 dot balls in this over. Pavitran continues to bowl. Will he step out? Jumail Mutlaq. No, he's staying in the crease. Tried to play through the back foot at the mid-on, but couldn't get the single dot ball to end this over. That's a maiden over from Pavitran. 11 overs of 44 for one GL Cricket Academy. Forty-four for 111 overs. And this little Jasprit Bumrah continues to bowl. Again, speaking about the leg spinner aspects, similarly, it's not about your bowling style. It's not about the way how you're delivering the ball. It's about the line and the length that you're trying to maintain. That makes Jasprit Bumrah special. For instance, you can take some bowlers like Mohammad Siraj, who bowls like a typical fast bowlers. That's through the covers, but couldn't beat up the fielder. Good connection from the batter. Speaking about those frontline bowlers, there were different kind of bowling approaches in Indian cricket. The one would be Mohammad Siraj kind of bowling style, which is the typical fast bowler's body language, who loves to bowl a wobble seam regularly. Whereas when you take bowlers like Jasprit Bumrah, a 1 in a million kind of bowlers, tried for the pull shot, couldn't get the connections better. So these two kind of bowlers are going to be the World Cup key bowlers, the frontline bowlers for Team India, along with Mohammad Shami. Just imagine the chances of these bowlers getting into the rhythm in the frontline bowling actions. End of the day, it's a performance that matters a lot. It's an impact that matters a lot, despite of the way how you're bowling. But of course, unique factors will always have some unique advantages. Take someone like Lasith Malinga. He's just bowling that wide way of releasing the ball that actually helps him to target the Yorkers, target the shoes of the batters, and that's one of the successful ideologies in the modern day cricket. Just remember the way how he bowled those Yorkers against South Africa in 2007. 4 balls, 4 wickets. When Sri Lanka was almost losing the game, Lasith Malinga tried to build the innings for Sri Lanka. Similarly, we are watching Matisha Patirana from the same country. Again, a different kind of bowler. Hasaranga, a different kind of bowler. You can take someone like C.B. Varun from India, plays for Tamil Nadu. He is a mystery spinner. What's going to advantage you is if you have that caliber of bowling, the proper line and length, you do a lot of homeworks, you can bowl with the proper line and length, you can pick a lot of wickets. Along with that, if you have a unique bowling style, if you have a kind of mystery spinning style, that's going to advantage you 2 to 3 years, of course. You have the traditional way of bowling style along with key performances. It will take you for years to reach certain spots. Oh, that's a misfield. Run out chance here. Almost closer. If it was directed, the batter would have walked away. Should be very careful when deciding those singles. But good awareness between these two batters. From the moment the call has been taken, the batter started running between the wickets. Good understanding between the partners. The partnership has been building to the next level now. The projected score looks 123 and more. Speaking about the bowling actions, if you have some unique bowling actions, sometimes if you have good performance with your name, you can reach the spot easily comparing to the way how traditional bowlers used to do. And that note, the unique specialities can work in a unique way. But you can't force with certain kind of bowling actions like copying the stars bowling actions or just forcing certain kind of action just to get the chance in the team. That won't work. Whatever the bowling action, you should work hard. You should work hard with your line and length. You should work hard to pick the wickets in a regular interval of time. A lot of aspects to be spoken out. So far, 5 runs of this over. Last ball to go. 49 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. This partnership is slowly setting up a platform for the future. That's through the covers. Good start from the fielder. Could have been a boundary. Met the middle blade of the bat. Anyway, that's start ball to end this over. 5 runs of this over. That's 49 for 1 after 12 overs. GL Cricket Academy. Look at the numbers. Extras were considered for 11 runs. We're speaking about that one positive aspect of the game. That six hitting capability of the batters. They are not going for the 6 hitting options. 2 angles was there. One, they are young cricketers. They are not much powerful enough to go for the big strokes regularly. And the second point is they're following the discipline properly. This is going to be an advantage for them for the future. But at the same time, look at the extra columns. They bowl 11 extras in 11 overs. But this is not the positive sign for a side. That should be kept in control. Almost all the games of this tournament went for a couple of runs in extras. That should be kept in control. Continues to bowl Pavitran, the leg spinner. 7 dot balls in a row for the bowler. Again, what's the problem is Jumail Mutlaq is finding it difficult to play against this leg spinner. There has always been a double mind confusion whether to play on the onside or to play on the offside. As of now, Pavitran is inviting the batter to go for the offside, not attacking the stumps much. Now this time had a lot of chance to go for the pull shot, but the choice of selection, the choice of placement was not that much good. Should have gone for the mid-wicket region. 8 consecutive dot balls here for the bowler. These are the signs of picking up the wickets because we are watching these two batters, Jumail Mutlaq and Srivarshan, were scoring the boundaries against the fast bowlers and medium pacers. All of a sudden, you're watching a couple of dot balls for single bowler. That would be a temptation for the batters to step out and reach the length of the ball or to go for the big stroke just to maintain these blocks of dot balls. Look at the different kind of body language, but that's good use of the feet from the batter. He came front after watching the ball. He got back. That should be there in your game. You should watch the ball till the end. I love the way how Pavitran is tackling the batter. He had the chance of picking that LBW, but he was not going for that. He was bowling way outside off stump, just inviting the batter to go for the offside. Oh, that's unnecessary. You should not do that for your bowler who's bowling a couple of dot balls. Not much mistakes done by the wicketkeeper so far in this innings. You can't blame the wicketkeeper, but at the same time, if you're having a bowler bowling 10 dot balls in a row, these kind of mistakes should be avoided. Look at the numbers now. He was 0 for 2, and those twos, because of that, runs came for byes. Will be continuing to bowl wide ball anyway. That was. Now that brings a different angle, a pressure easing moment for the batter Jumail Mutlaq. Now we can rest and watch this guy in action. Srivashan was a batter to face the leg spinner. That's in there, but no chance of the fielder taking down the catch. Good strike rotation. This is what we've been speaking about. There has been tradition that right-handers will struggle a lot against leg spinner. But look at this one, a left-handed batter struggled a lot against leg spinner, whereas the right-hander easily went for the single. These were the little more aspects that needs to be kept in control. 11.5 overs, 52 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. Pavitran, 0 for 3 so far. Now again, he has to bowl to this man, this young guy, Jumail Mutlaq. He's been struggling a lot to face that leg spinner. He was not targeting to score runs in the onside. That may be a problem. This time it was an attacking intent from the batter. Run out chance. Good running between the wickets. And a single to end this over. He'll be keeping the strike for the next over. 12 overs up 53 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. I'm sorry, 13 overs up 53 for 1 GL Cricket Academy. Seems there's a change in the bowling lineup. Darshan be into the attack for the first time of the day. 31. Just make you remember the legendary number, David Warner. Anyway, now Darshan B is the new bowler for the side, Greenfield Cricket Academy. Not sure whether they are happy with the game so far. They won the toss. They have decided to bowl first. It's 53 for 1 after 13 overs. Almost halfway through the innings. Most of the batters were sitting at the dugout for GL Cricket Academy. That's a positive sign for them. Just speaking about spinners dominating this game, there has been a lot of chance to turn the ball well in the second innings. So whatever the total you post in the first innings, you'll always have a chance to defend the total. That's going to advantage GL Cricket Academy anyway in the second innings. Just continues to bowl. And speaking about the longer formats, the 30 overs cricket is going to add a lot of advantage for these cricketers. They can take this in a two-way. The one way would be the T20 format, the busy cricket, the way you have to score runs, the way you have to regularly rotate the strike, the way you have to keep the momentum in the game. Everything should be learned in this 30 overs format for the T20 future. But at the same time, the value of partnerships, the value of spending time in the crease, that will be given a lot of advantage for your ODI career, the 50 over career. Just adding a point with what has been spoken by Ian Chappell in one of his previous interviews for ESPN Cricket Info. He said the ODI cricket's art form is dying slowly because of the evolution of the modern day cricket, because of the evolution of the T20 cricket. This format, the ODI cricket, the longer format is one of the beautiful formats of the game. 30 runs partnership so far between these two batters. Because this is the format which will add you a lot of pressure factors. There will always be pressure in the game. You'll fall at one point of time, you'll rise at one point of time, and again you'll fall, and again you'll rise. This wavelength of handling the pressure will only be available at the ODI format. Those ups and downs will teach you a lot of lessons, and that's why this is the roller coaster ride to play the ODI format. But that art is slowly dying now. In fact, the current situation of ODI cricket is there has been a lot of promotion for the World Cup. There has been a lot of promotion for the India-Pakistan clash for the World Cup. These are all the factors that are adding a promotion for this format. Is it mandatory to promote the India-Pakistan World Cup for the next level? That's because the ODI format is slowly dying. Of course, it hurts to see the format that has been loved most by most of the cricket fans for the past couple of decades. Now that's been dying slowly. These World Cups, these India-Pakistan clashes are just trying to help. That's a Sloxy, beautiful stroke making. And that's finding the fence, going for the boundary. Excellent piece of batting. Another boundary for the batter, Srivashan the batter. One of the busiest cricketers of the side, trying to maintain the strike rate with 100. The ball was on the slot, using his left leg on front. Gone for the Sloxy, went for the boundary. Good piece of batting from the batter. That's 60 for 1 now, GL Cricket Academy. Srivashan, 16 of 16. Jumail Mutlaq, 20 of 44 balls. That's not going to be a problem anyway, as long as you stay in the crease. Oh, that's a stoppage. This is a slight mistake that Srivashan is regularly doing. Those bodyline balls he's been using his cross bat. That's not going to advantage the batter anyway. 14 overs of 60 for 1, GL Cricket Academy. But 60 for 1, GL Cricket Academy. That's been beautiful partnership between these two batters. They're trying to set up the platform to the next level. If they continue this for the next 5 to 6 overs, they'll be in the most comfortable position of this game. Leg spinner continues to bowl. Pavitran the bowler. This is the smartest way you should handle the leg spinner. He's been struggling a lot against this bowler, especially Pavitran, the way how he bowls. Now he'll be in a relaxation mode because after rotating the strike, it's the role of Srivashan to take care of the leg spinner. And speaking about the batting style of Srivashan, if he watches the ball coming towards the body line, he'll straight away using his cross bat for the square leg or fine leg, not using his straight bat, not using his head position to the fullest. Look at this. This one works well through the fine leg. No fielder standing at the position, piercing through the gaps. And that's a comfortable save from the fielders, getting another couple of runs on the board. See, the most important part of the cricketing batting style is if you could be able to find the gap, if you could be able to score runs on the gap, that is no problem for you. Take example, Suryakumar Yadav is playing those sweep shots regularly. With the very first ball of the game, he was going for the sweep shots. That's not impacting his game as long as he scores runs for the side. As long as he's winning the matches for India. Imagine if Suryakumar Yadav continues to fail, the pressure will be higher. And that's the risky factor of using your cross-batted strokes. People will blame you for your choice of strokes. So if you are playing cross-batted strokes, you should be well aware of the way how Suryakumar does that. And even for Suryakumar Yadav, after failing in the previous series, his Mohali game against Australia, which is an eye-opener for him. He played a lot of straight drives, not sweep shots, just to bring his form back. And that's most important. You have to play as straight as possible to bring your form back, to bring yourself into the team. And Srivashan has to learn a lot about his straight-batted strokes. Most of his leg-side strokes were cross-batted strokes. And we saw some top edges and leading edges when he tried to play through the square leg and fine leg regions. Good strike rotation here. The batters were kept on moving, and that's adding a lot of pressure to the bowler. Pavitran's last ball of this over, 2.5 overs, 0.58 Pavitran so far. And GL Cricket Academy almost halfway through the innings. Just lost only 1 wicket, and 64 for 1 is the score now. Last ball to go. A frighted one. Gentle dot ball to end this over. 64 for 1 after 15 overs. Just take back a look at that scorecard. After the wicket of Sai Saran for 11 runs, these two batters, Jumail Mutlaq and Srivashan, pulled the partnership to the next level, and extras have helped them. 64 for 1 after 15 overs. GL Cricket Academy. Change of bowling here. Siddeshwar, the new bowler, into the attack. This gives us the clarity that the captain is under pressure. Just taking back a look at this, the left arm spinner will always be a delight to watch it for in any format of the game. And the bowling action of himself, Siddeshwar, typically looks like the way how Shakib Al Hasan used it to bowl. Especially the time of release exactly resembles of how Shakib Al Hasan used it to bowl. And what's most important is the spinners over the course of the game. As long as the time changes, the spinners and the style of bowling changes, and this one aspect of the game, the left arm spinners, had stayed still, has adapted to the situations, has adapted to the modern day format. Just take the way how Chandrasekhar used it to bowl to the way how now Akshar Patel is bowling. The aspect is evolving to the next level. There has been extra bounce for the left arm spinner here. The ball was turning much. That's good sign to watch out for. That's quite a bit of positive sign to watch out for. The way how the left arm spinners are adapting to the conditions. It's not easy to adapt to the conditions. Just imagine in 2011 World Cup, Yuvraj Singh bowled a lot of flighted deliveries, a slow left arm spinning bowling style that worked well for Team India. But after 2011 World Cup, it was Ravindra Jadeja's tenure to take the game under control. He started bowling quicker deliveries. He started bowling into the 90s and 100s. That changed the context spinning style. The left arm spin has evolved to the next level. And after 2018 or 19, now again, for the past couple of 3 years, the role of left arm spinners were completely changing. It has been drastically changing. For example, left arm spinners like tall bowlers like Akshar Patel bowls in a different way, whereas the West Indies fast left arm spinners, Akil Hussain or Imad Wasim of Pakistan, were bowling left arm spin in a different way. They're just bowling it to the incoming delivery to the right-handed batters. Most of their balls were arm balls, a bit of in-swinging arm balls. That's straight away attacking the stumps. Now just imagine the way how Yuvraj Singh bowled and compare that to the way how Akil Hussain is bowling or Fabian Allen is bowling. That's where left arm spinners were prominent through the game. They're evolving, they're updating their game style, they're updating their bowling style, and every single point of time they are becoming the match winners of the side. Whether it was 2011 or 2000 or 2020, if a left arm spinner does well, the team does well. 16 overs up, 66 for 1. GL Cricket Academy. 66 for 1. Pavitran continues to bowl, trying to go for the big shot. This is something that's been spoken to the next level. Sai has to work on his leg side batting. The way how he's batting, those crash batted strokes should be avoided. Of course, there is a need of runs here. There has been a demand for being busy for a batter. But what's most important is whether you're using your straight bat or not. This one looks better. Because it shows like it was a bit of reluctant effort from the batter. The way how Sai Varshan is batting, he was not tilting his head towards the line of the ball. He was just throwing his bat through the line of the ball, and the rest will be taken control of the fate. Whether it was connected better, it's going to be a single or boundary. If it didn't connect it better, it's going to be a leading edge or it is going to be a wicket. Sai Varshan should, in fact, Sai Varshan must work on his leg side batting. This looks better. Now this player looks comfortable. Jamal Mutlaq is rotating the strike in a regular interval of time. As long as Jamal Mutlaq stays in the crease, it's going to be a danger sign for the Greenfield Cricket Academy. At any point of game, he can take the control. Let's just wait and watch. So far, there has been a couple of singles for the bowler. No wicket column for Pavitran so far. Bowling his 4th over of the day. In fact, there has been only one bowler. It was Wahid picked up a wicket in this game. The rest of the bowlers bowled well. They bowled some economical spell, but they couldn't be able to go for the big one. That's in the air. Tried to go for the slog sweep, couldn't get the connections better. Is it healthier to go against the left arm spinner on the leg side? A slog sweep against a leg spinner. In fact, I'm not sure whether how it's going to work. As long as he scored boundaries, again the Surya Kumar Yadav theory, if he scored boundary against a left leg spinner, it's going to be an appreciable effort. If you couldn't be able to score boundary against a leg spinner, then you're going to be under pressure. You're going to be criticized for your shot selection, and your coach will punish you. Good strike rotation, good innovation to the game. After hitting the ball straight away, he's going for the single, and good understanding from Sai Varshan. The only problem with Sai Varshan is his leg side strokes were too lethargic to watch it for. It seems like he was so reluctant to score runs on the leg side. Not using its head position to the fullest. Just throwing the bat. That should be kept under control. Let's take back a look at his batting again. Look at this one. Another bat swing, another miss. Almost had a chance to lose his wicket. He should play some careful innings here, Sai Varshan. That's the end of this over. 70 for 1. JL Cricket Academy. Continues to bowl the left arm spinner. Oh, that's through the gap. Playing through the turn of the ball. Didn't get the connections better, but the placement saved the batter's wicket. This is what the placement should be. You should place your balls between those two fielders. And playing with the turn of the ball, that matters a lot. You can't just play against the turn of the ball. We saw on the other over against the leg spinner. He just went across kind of strokes. But the stroke making, the choice of shot selection from Jamal Mutlaq looks fantastic to watch it for. This time through the covers, beating up the fielders. And that's a good try from the fielder. Could have been a wicket if he caught the ball. But that's not an easy chance to take that wicket. Good stroke making from the batter. Went through the inside out. This shot selection is an appreciable effort from the batter. Rather than going with the across kind of strokes or going for the slog sweep. Anyway, it's not going to impact you. 73 for 1. Siddeshwar continues to bowl. That's a typical left arm spinner delivery. Good stop from the bowler. I think this is not the right time where you have to increase the momentum, improve your batting display. The gear should be shifted to the next level. The runs should be scored in a regular interval of time, 4 to 5 runs every single over. That will help you to make the innings into the next level. That's the flighted delivery. Temptations for the batter, but that's a good shot selection. A slog sweep. Again, not a good connection from the bat. Not a juicy outfield here. Stag cricket ground is a typical Indian outfield. You can't expect much of an outfield over here, like the way how Pakistan does for you, like the way how Sri Lanka does for you. It's a typical one. I think there has been a lot of aspects that needs to be spoken on against Sai Varshan. His shot selections is getting a lot of life, to be very frank. The ball was going in the air in a regular interval of time. Siddeshwar continues the ball. Will he go for this flighted one again? Just getting back to the rhythm again. Going with the way where he left up 75 for GL Cricket Academy. Every time when you flight the ball, you will always have that advantage against this batter. Then it was quick one, full toss. That's in the air and that's comfortably taken. The story of struggling innings coming to an end. Sai Varshan, numbers looks better, 26 of 32. But the way how he played for the past couple of deliveries, the past 10 deliveries, everything went on to be cross-batted strokes, slog sweeps and, kind of mid-wicket strokes. And this is what happens when you play blindfolded cricketing strokes. A full toss delivery could have been punished better, but then connected the ball to the best, and that's in the air, taken to the comfort level. That second wicket falls. Siddesh with the bowler getting the breakthrough after a very long time. Now GL Cricket Academy gets the second wicket, loses the second wicket, in fact 75 for 2. Name 75 for 2. That's good breakthrough here. Now Jumain Mutlaq will be expecting the new batter to accompany with him for the next couple of overs, because we're having just 12 overs in hands, and these 12 overs are going to decide what's going to happen. And VK Tirumalai is one of the valuable players of the tournament. Is into the crease. One of the players to watch out for VK Tirumalai for GL Cricket Academy. Is good with the bowling and a good all-rounder to watch out for. Continues to bowl Siddeshwar. VK Tirumalai, the new batter, after maintaining the partnership to the next level. Sai lost his wicket. Continues to bat. GL Cricket Academy. Tirumalai, new batter, the right-handed batter. Again, it's a different kind of pressure for the bowling side. Sometimes after big partnership of wicket falls, there will be back-to-back wickets. Take back a look at the bowling card. 6 bowlers so far. Haris Ashwik, Abdul Wahid, Vivan Kiran, Pavitran, Darshan, and Siddeshwar, of course. Many good quality bowlers here for the bowling side, and that's one of the reasons Greenfield Cricket Academy would have chosen to bowl first. That's 18 over 75 for 2. GL Cricket Academy. Pavitran continues to bowl. Steps out and goes through the mid-on region. And that's another good single. Almost closer for the run-out chance. Jamal Mutlaq, he's been playing with the emotions of the fielders. He's been rotating the strike for the third to fourth time we are watching against Pavitran. It's a leading edge and goes with a single. The thing we are speaking about Sai's batting, most of his cross-batted strokes went for the leading edge. It's not a positive sign for a batter for the longer run. That needs to be kept in control. Strike rotation here. Jamal Mutlaq is improvising his game to the next level. The way how he faced Pavitran in his first over was a maiden. Now look at the way how he's rotating the strike. Every single ball he was facing Pavitran and rotating the strike. That's pretty much a positive sign for the batting side. And the mid-on fielder should be kept as closer as possible to stop the strike rotation. As Jamal Mutlaq targeting the mid-on fielder to go for the single. And that's the most troublesome factor facing against a leg spinner. It will always tempt you to go for the leg side, but you won't have enough freedom to score runs on the leg side. Couple of dot balls here. Thirumalai, the batter. A flighted one, another dart ball. Just respecting the good balls from the leg spinner, bowling really well. But again, the wicket column is something that's not working for them. That's the match summary so far. GL Cricket Academy 79 for 2 after 19 overs. Jamal Mutlaq, the top scorer, 26 not out. And Sai Varshan scored quick fight 26 and lost his wicket. So far, 2 wickets have fallen for GL Cricket Academy. (19 overs, 79 for 2). Now 11 more overs to complete this innings. Continues to bowl the left arm spinner. Jamal Mutlaq steps out and goes through the covers, finding in the gaps. And no chance for the mid-off fielder. Finally, the ball was stopping. I think the outfield was very slow at that particular region. Even when Sai went for a slog sweep, that didn't get carried away for the boundary. But I love the body language of the batter, Jamal Mutlaq. The way how he's stepping out, the way how he's rotating the strike. He's not opening his body. And he was playing for 20th over continuously and still maintaining the similar kind of temperament. Then look at the kind of clarity that these batters are getting into this game. And that's why they've been rated higher. Not sure. We can't see Jamal Mutlaq to a higher level into the future. Look at the dive. Everything is into the perfection. He might be playing some greater IPL sides. He might be playing for the nation too. In the longer run, if he maintains the discipline for the future, he's one of the greatest cricketers to watch out for. Jamal Mutlaq. Sideshwar continues to bowl. Consider a couple of runs regularly. What's most important is he was the bowler who picked up an important breakthrough for the side, the second wicket. Now still it looks like 82 for 2. Good piece of batting here. They're not giving you enough space to rotate the strike or to score the boundary. Actually, when you're new to the crease, VK Thirumalai is 0 of 5 balls. He needs to rotate the strike as early as possible. If you spend a lot of time with the dot balls, you'll be under pressure. Just take back a look at that. Thirumalai wants that single, but no chance for that single. If it continues on 0 of 6, 0 of 7 at one point of time, the batter might get frustrated and go for some desperate decisions. He can go for some boundaries. He can go for some steps out. Anything might happen, and that's why singles are pretty much mandatory. The first runs are going to be the pressurizing factor for the batter. He was expecting that single, not the right place to throw the ball. He should have thrown the ball to the strikers in, as Jamal was initially hesitant to take that single. Anyway, that's a good strike rotation, good rotation of the strike, good understanding between these two batters. And VK Thirumalai gets his first and is getting off the mark with that single. Last ball 10 is over. That's cheeky. And you won't get a single for the good start from the fielder. A dot ball 10 is over. 20 overs up 83 for 2. Civil Cricket Academy. '83 for 2 GL Cricket Academy. Rushing the new bowler into the attack. Speaking about this ground, Stag Cricket Ground is at Red Hills, Chennai. He's one of the regular conductors of cricket games. Every weekend you could watch games happening here. Most of the professional cricketing teams will have matches here. Along with this, there has been Vivekananda, there has been Guru Nanak College ground, there has been so many good quality grounds at Chennai. But this is one among the top 5 quality grounds at Chennai. Here you could see different kind of pitch reactions. Fast bowlers getting 5 first, spinners getting 5 first, batters scoring centuries. The wicket that offers everything for the cricketers. That doesn't mean the single wicket offers everything. And some days the fast bowlers might enjoy picking up wickets. On certain days there has been a lot of purchase for the spinners. And on certain days there has been a lot of advantage for the batters. And that's how Stag Cricket Ground works. Good hard working ground staffs here. The grounds were well maintained, watered were done here. And that's why it was compared to the top class nature of wicket of Chepauk. Usually players and organizers used to compare this particular pitch of this ground as Chepauk wicket. It had that quality, created his own way to go for the single. That's an interesting ground. There has been a river. In fact, there has been a lake near this ground. You could see that in the background. If the visuals were zoomed out, you could see that lake behind this ground. Excellent place to play the game of cricket. If the weather was breezy, this is one of the beautiful grounds to play the brand of cricket at Chennai. And in Chennai, you can't expect the weather to be breezy even in October. That's a shout. That's a long shot. Disappointed batter watching the ball, hitting the stumps, but the bails were out. Never expected that to happen. What happens to VK Thirumalai? He was trying to go for the paddle sweep. It hit his gloves and went behind the stumps to hit the stumps. That's bold. This was Darshan, the bowler, bringing up the breakthrough for the bowling side. As GL Cricket Academy loses another wicket, it's 85 to 3. Harish, the new batter, into the crease. Harish Bhaskar, in fact. On the other end, you can see Jumal Mutlaq, the promising contenders of the game, scored 2 half centuries for the side in 4 games. You can expect another half century from this batter, but what's most important is he needs some good partners. If he couldn't be able to get the different kind of partners who can support his innings, it's always pressurizing factor for the batters, and that's why these kind of innings with the other end batters will keep on failing, and at the one end the batter continues to score runs, will be rated high. Just take the examples of the way how Sachin Tendulkar scored a lot of innings for India as single man knock. The one being mentioned, that 155 at Chennai against Australia, which is a great knock to be remembered. Again, 136 against Pakistan at Chennai, one of the greatest knocks to be remembered. These are all the innings played at Chennai, because Chennai will always support you with the bat, with the ball, even for the fast bowlers. As of now, Chepak was considered to be a spinner's paradise. Ravichandran Ashwin getting a lot of wickets. Ravindra Jadeja getting a lot of wickets. That's because of the spin nature of the condition. What would you do if I say Chennai was a fast bowling pitch once upon a time? That's how it was. Just take the wicket of Bombay. Both Chepak and Wankhede have more similarities. Both the grounds were near the sea breeze. The sea wind will be there, open grounds, the wind support will be there. If these aspects were following the game, the wicket will naturally support the fast bowlers to the fullest. You can take Wankhede. There has been extra bounce always in that wicket. Of course, it's a red soil wicket. And the fast bowlers enjoyed to bowl in the first couple of overs. End of the day, it was a batter's paradise anyway. But why can't a similar kind of city, hard city like Chennai, do the same? It did the same, in fact. We'll speak about that in the next over. 21 overs completed, 87 for 3. JL Cricket Academy. And 21 overs completed, 87 for 3. In the last 9 overs of this innings, Siddeshwar continues to bowl. That's in there, almost had the chance of losing this wicket. I think Jumal Mutlaq did his job to the fullest. But at the same time, this is why the crucial point of this game. If another couple of wickets falls before 25th over, then GL Cricket Academy would be under pressure. The basement that they set for the future won't work for them. If they want to work well for the future overs, they should maintain these wickets for the future. There should be some good partnership between these two batters. That's through the back foot, trying to find the gap. One good thing about Jumal Mutlaq is when you are trying to hit the ball in the air, he's always finding some placements through the gap, not finding the fielder's hands. That's another good quality of a batter. Siddeshwar continues to bowl, the wicket-taking bowler for the side. One of the wicket-taking bowler for the side anyway. He'll be bowling to Harish Bhaskar. Oh, half-flighted one. That gets thickish leading edge to go for the single. Which will clearly show that spinners were still enjoying here. As long as the ball gets older, the wicket gets harder, spinners are going to enjoy much here as the cracks were forming well. These cracks will help the spinners to enjoy, to extract a lot of spin. Ball will grip better. Continues to bowl Siddeshwar. Hope things were okay. Continue to speak about Stag Cricket Ground. Almost situated behind a big lake near Redis. Goes through the backward, didn't get the connections better. That's the problem with the way how Jamal Multak's batting is. When he tries to go for the pull shot, he is always selecting the region called mid-on, not selecting the region called mid-wicket. If he selects mid-wicket, there'll be a short chance for the boundary. But the batter was not choosing mid-wicket. He was going for the mid-on region where the fielder was standing. That's a troublesome factor for the batter. And that's why he couldn't be able to score much boundaries on the board. Just look at the numbers. 33 of 63 balls. A bit of high-facing balls so far in this innings. He should carry with his strike rate. There shouldn't be much more dot balls in the name of Jamal Mutlaq from here. He was continuing to set up the fielders to the proper. There has been an attacking field set for the new batter. A positive sign here from the bowling captain. Is arranging the fielders according to the mindset of the batter, according to the form of the batter. Trying to go through the covers, didn't get the connections better. Speaking about these venues in Chennai, these pitch conditions and natures in Chepauk that had supported the fast bowlers during the 70s. There has been one famous test match happened at 1979 between India and West Indies. The dangerous West Indies. Back by the time West Indies were like current day Australia. In fact, you can't compare that West Indies to any peak side. We'll speak about that story in the next over. 22 overs of 90 for 3, JL Cricket Academy. That's in there. Not beating up the fielder. Run out chance almost closer. Should be an easy call if the ball was hitting the stumps. Just continuing to bowl. This is one region that the captain has to look out for. Jamal Mutlaq regularly rotates the strike by placing the ball into the hands of the fielder. That's a kind of confidence that he's having on the fielder's throw ability or the fielding ability. That should be kept under control. That should be continues to bowl. A flighted one. Just try to glide through the third man. Couldn't get the connections better. Speaking about that 1979 test match between a normal Indian side and a mammoth West Indies cricketing side. By then it was a fast bowling condition. Oh, beautiful stroke making. That's through the long off region. No fielder standing outside the 30-yard circle. Good stop over there from the fielder. And that's a good quality cricket all round. Good stroke making, good field setting. Just chasing down the ball with the way how Brendan McCullum does on the field. A positive sign here for the fielding side as well as the batting side. The good extension of arm here from Harish Bhaskar. Looks like good sign for the batter. He can go for the big strokes. Let's just wait and watch on how he's going to capitalize the momentum, Harish. Along with Jamal Mutlaq. Another flighter run, this time again through the long off, but couldn't get the connections better. That safely landed into the hands of the mid-off-fielder. That is the story of Harish Bhaskar. Comes to an end. It was a flighted delivery, slowish outside off stump. He extended his arm, gone for the long off, but couldn't get the connections better. This is one of those poor stroke makings to lose your wicket, and no mistakes done by the fielder. The story of the batter coming to an end. 93 for 4, JL Cricket Academy. Within the new batter into the crease. A right-handed batter. And Dashan continues to bowl. Dashan's second wicket, that was the previous one. Starts off the front foot defense to tackle the spin attack of the bowler. We're just having a couple of overs to complete this innings. There might be a target into the minds of the batters. Some 150 or 160 would be ideal to defend at any point of time. But as of now, it doesn't look like they are targeting for 150s. End of 23 over 693 for 4 GL Cricket Academy. Top spinner continues to bowl. Trying to rotate the strike. Could run out chance here. And that looks good. The fingers were up. The batter was trying to argue. No chance here. Has to depart. The new batter, Mithun was the new batter. Without scoring runs, the batter has to depart. He's walking away. That's fifth wicket falling here for the batting side. GL Cricket Academy, 93, not 4. It's 5 now. 5 wickets have fallen for GL Cricket Academy. With the new batter, without scoring any runs, losing his wicket for a run out. Jamal, the new batter, into the crease. I'm sorry. Vishwa, the new batter, into the crease. I thought another Jamal was coming into the crease. It's Vishwa, new batter. Steps out and goes through the covers. Good stop from the fielder, just going for the single. Now what's most important is there might be a couple of batters waiting on the dugout. As of the traditional way of batting, there'll be 7 batters for a side. And the rest of the 4 would be tail-enders. They won't bat much for the longer. But in the modern day cricket, all the 11 cricketers were having the capability, the potential to bat on. Those 15 to 20 balls batted by the tail-enders are going to bring up the difference for the batting side. Now they have to look up to the tail-enders to take care of things as they lost 5 wickets in the middle. Having 6 to 7 overs in hand, you have to maintain a partnership, or else you have to wait for your tail-enders to do their job best. Just goes through the covers, didn't get the connections, but another couple of dot balls here. Siddheshwar is bowling excellent bowling spell. Even Jamal Mutlaq was trying to shift the gears, stepping out, but couldn't get the connections better. This time through the back foot, didn't get the connection, but that was in the air and going through the gap. Gets a single, going for the second run, chance of a run out. And they are comfortably completing the second run. Good running between the wickets between these two batters. GL Cricket Academy. Continues to bowl here. Siddheshwar, the left arm spinner. Try to go for the cut shot, couldn't get the connections better. Last ball to end this over. 96 for 5. Right around, flicked around through the mid-wicket region. No chance of a single. The last wicket. They might be keeping that in mind. They won't go for the cheeky singles. And that's 96 for 5 after 24 overs.